Palm Beach Pete. You know him, you love him. I bet you would. I'm very aware of what the 3 people who watch my videos get up to. For anyone who's been to the direct these past few months, around March this year, Peter Simon, otherwise known as Palm Beach Pete, was spotted on the interstate in his dropped-top BMW. Now, I have his image up on screen, and I don't have to tell you why it was such a shocking sight, not if you're older than the age of 10. This is a cosmically, and I have to say this with no smile on my face, this is a cosmically unfortunate genetic lottery pull, at the absolute best. Still, Peter has his own deep history, and a quite strong anti-Epstein alibi. Guy's a retired commercial real estate executive, former D1 tennis player for the NCAA. He did his thing, made his money, and reaped the rewards of hard work in very high places. But even today, it doesn't seem like that was enough to sate Peter's hunger. Let's talk.
Hey guys, where in the world is Palm Beach? He's back in Palm Beach, back from Vegas, and I'm happy to announce we're dropping merch tonight, and you can find it in palmbeachpete.shop.
See, my dear friend, love her to death, post a picture of our beloved Pete standing next to known Epstein associate Bill Clinton, Big Beautiful Bill as they call him. The image itself is a touch morbid, I guess you could say, in its own right. Now, I will give her some grace, this image is quite well doctored. But if who he was standing next to made any difference, believe me, you'd have gotten another chance to see another sunrise. But that's not what made me want my dear friend blown off the face of the earth purely for showing me the image. Atop our friend Peter's head is a hat, and that hat says Palm Beach Pete for Mayor 2028. Now, if my source is correct, his campaign was eventually rejected. But personally, I don't think it should ever have had to be. Well, maybe I phrased that wrong. I don't think he should have ever had a campaign in the first place. It goes without saying that the fact that he even became a meme in the first place gives way to a horrible pattern we exhibit as a people. But it's his constant playing into it, the merch and the interviews, in which he monetizes the fact that he looks like a child rapist that really kind of gets under my skin. I mean, I'm not going to pocket watch the guy. Investigating another man's finances without getting paid for it, that's a level of dick riding I don't do on this channel. But as of everything he's done before this, he seems to be living quite comfortably. I would even go as far as to say too comfortably to be so comfortable selling out in such a disgusting fashion. By which I mean, playing dancing pedophile. To me, it's a matter of morality. I mean, had I found that I looked like a man responsible for the mass rape and trafficking of an insurmountable amount of little girls, you probably wouldn't see me again. They would need, most likely, dental to identify me. You wouldn't see me monetizing that resemblance and making a show of it, but I'm not Pete Simon. He gets his day in the sun and he makes a couple quick bands, all the while the victims of America's most prolific predator watch people fill his pockets and laugh. And I think that's the worst part about it. We fund this man. We laugh and we point, we give him his handouts as if this isn't mockery of the biggest, most disgusting event in recent American history. We've got bigger balls to scratch than Palm Beach Pete's. Did I remind you that we the people have been failed by our justice system over and over in this one case? This is when I get a little bit more serious, so you may have to excuse my French a little bit. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this at all. We've been failed by our justice system. And the fact that not a single soul is talking about it is exactly what they wanted. After all this time, they failed us in allowing Jeffrey to continue networking and finding victims throughout his first arrest. In case you didn't know, 2008, Jeff was offered a plea deal. He was sentenced to 18 months, which he didn't even fully fucking serve. He was permitted to leave 6 days a week for up to 12 hours a day to, and I quote, conduct a business. Went back to jail just to sleep and was released within 13 months. In 13 months out of his 18-month sentence. During this time, he was given ample opportunity to continue victimizing more of our children in Palm Beach, which is another reason this messes me up so much. This is Epstein's stomping ground that Palm Beach Pete is actively making a mockery of. After Epstein's release, our justice system failed to protect anyone else by, monitoring the known sex offender. He was incarcerated again 11 years later, served about a month, and then died. Epstein served less than a whole nother percentage of the time he should have for the sins against our children, left behind hundreds if not thousands of victims, was funded and assisted by tens if not hundreds of cohorts, almost all of whom continue to prowl our streets doing God knows what to God knows who. But no, the wheel stops turning, and we laugh at some guy for looking like he raped kids on a commercial level. Now I know how Americans cope, and this could be a worldwide thing, but I know who we are. We tend to turn tragic events into jokes. And by we, I don't include me, I just mean in general. You, I don't know. But 9/11, school shootings, colonization, and the slave trade, we've killed and we've been killed, and there's always someone trying to make a joke out of it. Because quite frankly, it's easy to cope with the past by mocking it. But this is not the past. This is our lifetime. Epstein's victims are still alive. Epstein's cohorts are still free. Now, am I saying it's too soon? Maybe. But that being said, we shouldn't have a too soon clause on the rape of children. We need to handle things like this with the maturity they deserve as a people. And do I blame Peter? Absolutely not. He's making his money, and quite frankly, he didn't make the market for this. We did. But a smart rat doesn't blame the cheese for getting caught in a trap. We as a society can't be so morally bankrupt that we make a mockery of this. EFN, ERN, the Vigalettes of Epstein, Palm Beach Pete as a core. All these little jokes we giggle at, it's exactly what these people want. Remember that this is exactly what they need from you, complacency and ignorance. They want you to point and laugh while you forget what actually is happening, as we speak. They want us to treat it like it's history, like it's a joke that already has a punchline. But the victims are still here. The people who funded him are still around. And as long as we treat this like it's a joke, that joke stays on us. We're absolving ourselves from having to stay angry because anger is exhausting. We're absolving ourselves from having to look into this further because looking into things takes time, it takes effort. But laughing about it, pointing a finger, hee-heeing and ha-haing, that's damn easy.
Now that's it. That's all I gotta say. Frankly, I'm depressed and ashamed. What is it, my fault? You're twice as likely to be robbed by a black